Alright, welcome back everyone to Let's Play Mass Effect. I'm Narcogen.
I'm Blackstar, and here we are with our continuing adventures of bouncing around the galaxy trying to find things. Yeah.
Smuggling jobs and all the other stuff. Then, you know, you could get more money out of that. Oh, I know. We didn't follow up with any of the characters on the Theros mission either.
Do we want to? Do we really? Hey, let's go to Hades.
I forget where everybody is.
Because we can't. That's okay. I don't know where anybody is. It's too bad it doesn't have a search function where if you want to find so-and-so, it will then point you to the right galaxy cluster.
I think... Yeah, Liara was here. Alright.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting to buy.
So we're going to the commissary?
Yeah.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. Well,
See if
as
they have
long
any
as you don't
toothbrushes.
mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come
Yeah,
from
you
the
got a deodorant?
Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without
Okay,
the goods,
so...
I'm out of a job.
Let's see what you got.
You
Yeah,
bet,
see, that's a
Commander.
good sniper. And it costs 300,000, and we have 400,000.
So, anything good?
Yeah, the sniper is good. I just won't be able to afford much else if I take it. Let's see, the
Can't we just
pistol...
beat him up and take his stuff?
The
'Cause
pistol is
that's
cheaper and much better than the current pistol, so I'm going to buy that.
I mean, everybody else who've been just shooting and taking their stuff. Why is he any different?
Scorpion 4... No, I've already got better than that.
And why does it show the cases and not the actual equipment in the cases?
I don't know.
That seems kind of weird.
I honestly don't know.
Really? I'm sorry. That's the first thing that jumped out. Why am I looking at these boxes? I want to be looking at the actual weapons.
No idea at all, really.
Seriously? You can't look at the gun until you open it? I just, you know... It's like, yes, this is a much better sniper rifle than what you've got. No, you can't look at it. I mean...
So it's not... Okay, it's not really worth it. Not really worth it.
Is that the Hamster 7? What is that? I'm sorry, that's what it looked like, the Hamster 7. Spectre Master Gear. This is the best sniper rifle ever. The Hamster 7.
Commander?
What's your opinion of
The
the last
Humwa.
mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst
makes that
place
noise
for a
when you
colony
shoot it.
I've ever seen.
Humwa.
Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
How do you get from relying on ourselves to mistreating our allies?
I don't mean we should mistreat them, Commander. I just think we should be prepared to go it without them. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
You got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
As a human who considers that all humans are more important than members of all other species.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Would you like to know more about my racism?
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Just
Anything
shut
else
up.
you need, Commander?
Just shut up.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Okay, so I needed to make sure that we at least talk to those two characters at least once before we do the next mission where it becomes more relevant.
Yes, kiss that Turian. And left cheek on his butt.
I was disappointed there was no "that can be arranged" dialogue option after kissing the Turian.
You could
I
use
thought that would have been neat. Yeah. Well, no, I wouldn't go.
Man.
I wouldn't go that far. That's you know, that's one of those like, oh, 70s sexism, how cute.
Yeah.
But all right, where's
well,
where's
technically,
Mr.
it was
where's
it
Mr.
was-
Boring Pants here?
It was the dawn of 80s sexism when you think about it, because it was released in it may be shot in 79, but it wasn't released until 80.
Commander? Do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Even the boring ones.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren
Hallway,
is
hallway,
training
hallway.
people to aliens
Katie
for some
and
kind
we're
of lost
talking.
knowledge. But we can't get
So,
backup from the
Sergeant
council.
Grelad, you're not dead yet?
Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We've got our orders. Belly aching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny. We finally get out here, and the final frontier
Humans aren't
was
important
already
enough, damn it.
set. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't
Or
a
a
big
commander, or,
focus back in Bot.
a redheaded shepherd, things like that.
Tell me about it.
Biotic
Yeah, okay.
acclimation
I'm
and
pretty sure we
temperance
actually did this.
Sorry, all in is unkind. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element 0.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first
okay, so
chance
this
subjects.
is...
A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know,
This
they're
is
out
all
on Jump
old.
Zero.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I pretty much gave
Whoa.
up waiting for the good part.
Bad habit, ma'am.
That was cold.
I do tend to run off at the mouth. I will work on it for my next review. Sorry to have wasted your time, ma'am. Won't happen
I know that some people are complaining about the dialogue system in Fallout 4 because it very much copies this one, where the choices you're presented with are not the full dialogue lines that are said.
Yeah.
In some cases, they don't even
kind of
appear
annoying.
to be connected. Well, I don't mind it because I never really think of myself as directly controlling this character. Like,
Really?
well, there's
thought that
some
was the
kind of
whole idea.
RPGs where they give you a character and they say, you play this character. In other words, this is what this character is like. You should tailor your actions to suit that character's character. And other ones are like, here, make up somebody and play them how you like. Do whatever you want. Oh, crap.
Yeah, I kinda
did
lean
not-
more towards that.
didn't mean to do that. Stupid elevator. I'm gonna cut this out. Right, so sometimes and sometimes you're supposed to have total freedom to control the character. And the way I look at it, like, I'm gently influencing. Like, this is a character who exists. I didn't make them. I had some influence over what they will end up being like, but it's not total. So I don't mind it so much when I select the dialogue option, and I'm a little bit surprised at how far in a certain direction a line goes. So I wasn't really, I was trying to do a negative response, but that was kind of a big smackdown there with like, yeah, nice story, bro.
Yeah, I know. Well, see, the thing is that, yeah, it was a little harsh. But no, what irks me is that you see the line of dialogue, and instead of expanding that line or continuing that line on it, it seems like a line is totally different and not in the tone of the one that you selected.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The specificity is gone.
Yeah, some of it may be oversight in that, there was a mismatch between the menuing system and, like maybe that wasn't supposed to be that option.
Somebody forgot to carry the one.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, all right, so we're going to continue on with the main plot, which is this cluster that's got only the one system in it, which narrows it down.
Let's just find a new galaxy to live in. That's why people find apartments.
All right, so
Actually,
let's
I
just
thought we weren't going to go to
quickly-
Virmire.
Oh no, we are. Virmire
now?
is not the no return.
Is not the turning point?
No.
Which one? Which one's the
It's
turning point?
Ilos is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there are some things that happen here that are major, but it doesn't begin the end game and cut you off from side missions. That's what Ilos does. Ilos advances the plot to the point where if you haven't done side missions, you can't do them.
Wow.
But that probably doesn't matter to me anyway, because when we get to Mass Effect 2, I'm probably going to, I think I have to go back to the 360 for that anyway, because I don't think Mass Effect 2 is included in back compat.
It's possible.
So I will just be doing a new game plus of my original playthrough character for that anyway. So the choices we're making here don't matter, except to the extent that they're the same as the ones I usually make. Okay, Virmire is a lush frontier world ideal for colonization by carbon-based species. Its vast seas and orbital position in the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid tropical terrain.
I want to go to Elvis Priscilla. They got better music.
Unfortunately, the political system of the nearby terminus systems has impeded colonization efforts. High risk of raids by pirates and slavers. Makes it an unappealing homestead. Yeah, space pirates.
Oh, speaking of space pirates, you're going to love The Martian.
Oh, I've already seen The Martian. I saw it in the theater.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. In English.
Well, that's good. Would have been terribly weird in Russian.
Okay, who do we want for this? Now, there's some characters that are going to be important for the... Well, actually, as I said, there are choices to be made about characters, but that's separate from who we actually bring with us, because there are going to be some story segments in the middle of this that include certain characters, whether you bring them as part of your team or not.
They're forcing this on us.
Right.
Plot development.
Like, for instance, I think the whole beginning of this is a vehicle segment, so I honestly think like who we bring with us is like really not even relevant. But I tell you what, we haven't brought Tali anywhere lately.
Let's bring Caden, because he's pretty much irrelevant. Yeah, you want to take Tali? Because we haven't taken her out. We haven't taken her out of the garage in a bit.
I picked Tali. Who do you want to pick out of the others?
To be honest, I'm totally ambivalent. You can pick who you like.
Well, just pick one at random then.
Rex.
Okay. Rex is good. Rex has also got a plot point here.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess I chose wisely.
Check out those defense towers.
Drop the Mako. We'll go in hot and take them out.
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander.
Alright, so the first segment of this is a...
You've got a clean drop, Commander.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those
really
AA
hot
towers
defense
down.
towers.
I know the drill. Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joker out.
Okay, sniper. Yeah, these two are untrained on snipers, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, actually those things... I think those are ambient life. I don't think those things are hostile. So yeah, so the plot basically here is that there are AA guns that prevent us from bringing the ship in for a landing, and we have to take them out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that selection in that tree there is a perfect example. It says, "Good job, Joker," and then the whole tone of that was not "Good job, Joker." Do you know what I mean?
Yes, there are mismatches. Yeah, okay. So these guys are ambient life. They're not hostile at all. We don't need to shoot them.
Unless we want to.
Oops, I drove over one by mistake.
See what I mean? You're a killer. You murder things and you don't even mean it. I don't know what's worse.
Doing it or not meaning it?
Both. See? All their brothers and sisters are going to be pissed.
Yeah, but they're all also non-hostile, so the fact that they're pissed doesn't really matter.
Hmm. Now, can you drive off cliffs in the ocean? Oh, incoming.
Yeah, I think I can. But I'm not going to.
I just wanted to see you try it.
Or at least I'm gonna try not to.
I will destroy you! You try and nuke his little legs.
No, thankfully, like Geth don't have any combat chatter. At least not any comprehensible combat chatter. Where is this guy?
Oh man, what was the lines from Red Faction that they kept repeating over and over again? It was something about miners.
Something about Morris Miners? What?
No, it's just I remember when Red Faction came out, there was this whole big talk about how they had destructible environments and other cool stuff. And I can remember the one glaring thing that bugged the crap out of me out about that game was the single repeated dialogue they used over and over again, screaming something minor every time that you entered into combat. It's like they had no other descriptive word for you, and that was all they could think about when the shooting started. I have to look up that horror online somewhere, see if I can remember what it was.
Ooh, ow. Actually hit me there. Yeah, okay, so we're fighting Geth, basically. Another... Nope, that's another one of those ambient life things. Oh, he's not, though. Oh, Geth Juggernaut?
As opposed to the Uggernaut?
Is he dead or is he just flaming on the ground? Okay, he's dead.
I don't think you can ask those
Just
kind of
wanted
questions.
to check. Let's see. Free point. Can I get a free point for anything? What do we need? Let's do Intimidate. Okay, we've maxed out armor. Let's move towards fitness. And let's see. Pistols, I guess. Oh wait, squad? Wait, oh I still have... I guess Tally had 2 points. Okay. Yeah, I think, like, for instance, like this hole in the rocks here, I can drive off into the deep water, and I think that pretty much kills you instantly if you do that. Woo! Being fired at. Oh, okay, now the radar's gone. It's being jammed. Which means there's one of those units around here that does that. Oops.
Oh no, they're jamming us, not again.
Oh, come on. I thought I had dodged that. I was wrong. Oh, come on, come on. I don't remember whether the jamming is done by equipment or whether it's done by one of these units in particular.
Do we really have to discern that many targets between this at all?
see. Yeah, and at some point there are a couple of phases where, like in one of the earlier missions, where there's a door we have to that we can't bring the vehicle through. We have to get out, clear the area, unlock the door so we can keep driving. This may be one of those. Whoa!
Oh, one of those times.
Come on.
Driving's gonna get us killed.
Generally, I try to take out as many of them as I can with the vehicle.
As opposed to, what, getting out and sniping?
Yeah, as opposed to getting... Well, sometimes I'll get out and snipe, but sometimes you have to get closer. I could drive through this, but this looks suspicious, so I'm going to investigate. I don't remember whether there's something here. Maybe there's some loot or a button or something.
What about a loot button?
Okay, well there's an enemy up here.
I think that would be great. Push button every time you get loot.
Yeah, there's loot. You can see the container over there. Oh yeah, I want to equip my new pistol.
Yeah, let's take this out and start to shoot things. Because, you know, that's why we bought it.
Okay, so the jamming is off now. Oh wait, no, jamming's back on.
No, maybe. But it's the raspberry. Oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I think it was these get stalker things that do the jamming. Maybe I'm wrong.
So the question is, after you kill them, will it come back? What's that little rotating thing in the ceiling? Just a light?
Looks like a grenade.
Kind of.
Okay, so we got hardened weapon locker.
So you're finding the pistol more combat effective than your prior model?
Yes. Kessler 6, Lancer 6, polonium rounds. I'm getting the inventory warning again.
Did I not tell you before this podcast was over? You owe me drinks.
Oh, great. And the neighbors are starting to renovate. Can you hear that?
Barely.
Okay.
How many years has that been going on?
Oh, almost as long as we've lived here.
That's unreal.
It's the national sport.
Renovating?
Apartment renovation, yeah.
Seriously.
All right, looks like there's a big turret over here now, but the jamming is off.
See, I just find it fascinating that workers could be working that long and not finish.
Oh, it's a Geth Colossus.
Ooh, have we run into those before?
It just looks like a big armature.
Second there, I thought you were going to say a big armature.
Oh, that one got me. its projectiles move a little faster, it seems, than some of the other ones.
It's funny that at certain angles with the explosions, it looks like there are two of them. I'm getting double vision.
Alright, okay. Now there's just mostly small guy. Yeah, okay, there's an armature in the distance there.
Yeah, you zigged when you should have zagged. Just don't go too far forward, you're gonna fall off that cliff.
That's okay, as long as I don't go past that row of rocks, I'm good. Yeah, there's another one. Am I hitting him? There we go. Oh, yeah, it's two of them.
That's why have one when you can have two at twice the price. I can see why they would worry about space pirates here. I mean, look at this. This is really great beachfront property.
Okay, looks like another big thing around the corner there. I think we can actually go around either way.
Well, it's one of those things where, you know, the design is all roads lead to Rome anyway, so...
Yes, yeah, it is. It's not... there's more than one path, but they all end up the same place.
Kind of like what Bungie does. But of course, you can go anywhere you like. You're just going to end up in the same spot. Total free-ranging movement throughout levels. Totally within parameters. Oh, did the jamming start again, or did I just start to notice?
Yeah, the jamming started again. Alright, let me go back and I'll take the other paths just for the heck of it. Just because the radar seems to be working over there.
Change it up, really? This path, unfortunately, has too many jammers through it. Well, wait a minute, is that a good thing? Because that means we're on the right path? Do you know what I mean?
As I said, I think they loop around.
No,
so
but
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, but I just mean as far as targets and points and things. The other one may be easier, but you know.
But I'm thinking if I encounter the jamming later, then
the better.
It's better than encountering it earlier.
It could just mean that you're going a longer distance with no real benefit practically.
Okay, well, there's the big target, and I'm being jammed, so yeah, no difference.
None whatsoever. Slightly different scenery, and I don't know, you'd have to evaluate both positions if there was any kind of a tactical advantage to pick one over the other.
Oops. Oh, crap. I got stuck on this rock.
No, not rock.
Oh, he missed.
Actually, you know what I keep expecting? I keep expecting Scaramanga's rock to open up and have the satellite dish come out.
Oh, missed.
I may be small, but I never forget.
Like it's pretty easy to avoid being hit by circle strafing, but it's really hard to hit him while doing it. It's much easier to do the usual technique.
But it's really hard to hit him too. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Can't you just crash into him and run him over?
No, that actually does not work very well at all.
I would think. You look like you've got more tonnage. You know, there's this whole thing about mass being effective. I don't know, it just seems like it would be obvious. I mean, this whole big vehicle running him over would seem to do more physical damage than all those teeny little bullets.
Okay. Well, I haven't actually taken any damage yet. My vehicle shields got down below half in that one, but I didn't actually take any vehicle damage.
Now he's evaporated.
Oh, here we go. Hello.
What, you found Scaramanga?
No, I found the other Geth Colossus.
Does he have 3 nipples?
Maybe?
Like stuck in the beach.
It's so much easier just to move back and forth in front of those guys and do that than it is to try to circle them.
Front,
Which is too bad because
back,
it's less fun.
front. Well, that's
Like, it's
that's
just
my whole
not-
point.
It's not as fun
This
as a
is not
Warthog. Like, it would be
enjoyable.
much more fun to do that in a Warthog. Oh, I'm being sniped from somewhere.
Back,
Where are you?
front. Probably over there, behind that rock.
Yeah, I got him. Let's see who else is over there. Okay, yeah, see, here's the door. This is a door that's up. We actually have to get out and clear this area of enemies before we can advance.
We have no choice.
And I think most of them you can't actually get in the vehicle because they're hiding out of sight.
Can't repel firepower.
Oh,
of that
this is
magnitude.
okay. This is the AA gun. This is also the AA gun. So
Oh, is it?
This is what we have to take out so we can land, or it's one of them. I think there may be more than
Yeah.
one.
How many did they say? I forget in the briefing.
A lot. I think they said a lot.
Ugh.
Something like a lot.
This is getting repetitive.
I don't know how many a lot is. Where did that guy up top go? There we go. And the cannon's got some serious range on it, as well as good splash damage.
Yeah, too bad you
So
can't
a lot
run
of
around
times
with it.
you
or
could
anything.
just, a lot of times you could just shoot door frames and take out guys that are hiding behind them and stuff. Yeah, like I just got a kill there. I just shot a door frame and I got a kill because somebody was in that room.
Sweet. Or within that line of fire.
Now, are those guys around the corner or are they in front of me?
How can you tell? You're
I
being
think I'm
jammed.
looking at the radar. It looks like they're too far away. I
Oh,
think
wait,
they're not
no,
in
there
front of
we
me.
go.
They're around the corner. All right.
Maybe it's like Minecraft. They're underground. Shields are almost back up.
That's a big gun. Hope we can find the off button.
Okay, crate. Okay, that might be it for here.
I think it's gonna rain.
Yeah, I don't see any more. Okay, so we open the gate. Generator still active. Gate override offline. Okay, no, disable the gun.
I'm reading that the grid is down, Commander. On approach to the Solarian.
All right, so I guess it was just the one gun.
Oh, thank
And
goodness.
then we open the door.
Yeah, can you imagine them to do this 4 separate times on 3 different planets?
And I think there was one more loot container somewhere.
There's always just one more. That's the appeal of the game. You'll never find them all.
I thought I saw one when I came up the stairs.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah, there was a crate. It was a crate in the corner. There it is.
Wow, Red Faction was 2001. God, I'm old.
Well, same year as Halo.
No, I know. That's what made me think of it.
So the ship has gone ahead to land at the Solarian base. I think we probably still have to fight some more enemies on the way there. I could be wrong.
Well, what else do you do with enemies? Can't take them out to dinner.
Yeah, so there's stuff on the radar. So, oh, okay, there's the ship. So the ship flies past and goes around the corner,
Yeehaw!
and we have to catch up with it.
Because parking would just be, too easy. Now, here's the real question. Out of this series or Halo, who has better wheel splashing driving through water techniques?
I think Halo. Oh, it's another.
You think?
It's like another gate immediately.
Oh, that was quick.
So we go from wow. It's great that they don't make us do that again.
They
do that again. Like right around the corner.
I thought you said that was the only one.
That's the only AA gun, I think.
Oh, great.
But it's not the only gate.
Ah.
And some of those enemies, I think, are on the other side of that gate.
Quick, hurry! The chevrons are locking.
Oh yeah. See, you can
You can draw them out.
you
just by
control
shooting
things. Like I'm just shooting at the ceiling.
Yeah,
Splash
they're coming
damage is killing things on the other side.
See, now that's my kind of gun.
And there we go. I cleared the other side of the bridge without even getting out of the
Awesome.
vehicle.
That's what I want to see. Splash damage. That's what cannons are supposed to do.
And now I have hit my inventory limit. So I hope these aren't loot containers, because I can't do anything about it.
That's it. Nothing between us and the Solarian camp now.
This one time at Solarian camp.
I can't wait to say hello to the cute counselors. Maybe we'll get a Solarian badge, too.
At least you know they're not paid hourly.
I keep hearing thunder in the background, but it never rains. What's up with the...
Yeah, there isn't really like a full dynamic weather thing here, basically. Like the weather is specific to each location, so...
Commander, Normandy's touched down at the base, but it looks like we're grounded. The Solarian captain can explain when you get here.
Well, it's definitely the prettier of the places we've been.
Oh, yeah.
I just got that OpenGL level reflective rock quality that was definitely indicative of a lot of similar titles during the game. In fact,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff here where surfaces look too wet and glossy.
Wet and plasticky, yeah. It's like they got that feature and they beat it to death. In fact, what was some of the first Xbox games that had that? There was one that was a sci-fi shoot-'em-up.
Gears of War?
What are we supposed to do now?
No. It was
Stay put
supposed
until
to be...
we can come up with a plan.
Oh, it had a female protagonist, I think. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Perfect Dark...
yes,
Perfect Dark Zero?
Yeah, one of the Perfect Darks, yeah. And yeah, it was coming out just about the same time. I think it was either just before Halo or just after Halo.
It was an Xbox launch title, I think.
Yes, it was. And it had that same thing.
Okay, so here's a captain. Here's a character I think who's going to be recurring. I think he comes back at least once in one of the other games.
He doesn't look mummified, but I could be wrong.
No, he's a non-mummified.
Are you in charge
Solarian.
here? What's the situation?
So he doesn't
I'm
count
Captain
as
Kirihi,
an object.
3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone.
We take
Every
away
AA
all
gun
his,
within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence.
Suddenly becomes one.
What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
We stay put until the Council sends the reinforcements we requested.
We are the reinforcements.
What? You're all they sent? I told the Council to send a fleet.
We couldn't understand your transmission. They sent me to investigate.
That is a repetition of our task. I lost half my men investigating this place.
So what have you found?
Saren's base of operations. He set up a research facility here, but it's crawling with Geth and very well fortified.
Is he here? Have you seen him?
No, but his Geth are everywhere, and we've intercepted some comms referring to Saren. This is his facility, there's no doubt about that.
What's Saren researching?
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
How is that possible?
Apparently, Saren has discovered a cure for the genophage.
What's so important about curing this genophage?
It was the solution to the Krogan problem.
We introduced the genophage to the Krogan population after the uprising, to quell their numbers. Without it, the Krogan will quickly overrun the galaxy. And these
He's not that
Krogan follow
attractive.
Saren.
Okay, so here everything kind of comes to a head here, right? We
Captain
already
Bad
knew
enough.
that basically
The Krogan army.
the
You'd be
Krogan
almost
were a
unstoppable.
fast-breeding, aggressively
Exactly my
expanding...
thoughts. We must ensure that this facility and its secrets are destroyed.
Destroyed? I don't think so. Our people are dying. This cure can save them.
If that cure leaves this planet, the Krogan will become unstoppable. We can't make the same mistake again.
We are not a mistake.
Is he going to be a problem? We already have enough angry Krogan to deal with.
He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. My men and I need to rethink our plan of attack. Can you give us some time?
Go ahead, Captain. I'll come back soon.
We won't be long, Commander. In the meantime, if you need any supplies, you can talk to Commander Rentola. He's in one of the tents nearby.
If you want to buy some stuff, you have to pay Rentola.
Looks like things are a bit of a mess.
Yeah. I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't for Rex. He looks like he's gonna blow a gasket.
You think I should go talk to him?
It wouldn't hurt. Well, it might, actually. Just do it carefully.
I'll be careful. But be ready, just in case.
But don't worry,
I'm
he
always
overcharged.
Yeah, so... Oh, what the... Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's Rex over here deciding he just wants to, like, shoot fish in the river or
I was
something.
wondering-
I don't know what.
That plus the person who's like, walking through the water there. It's a little
It's
distracting.
payment plan. It's Rentola to own.
What is
Okay,
he blowing up?
so basically, the last war against the Rachni, the Council races used the Krogan to defeat them, but then decided that he's just like aiming at the river, just, like punching the wall, I guess. But then they decided to genetically modify the Krogan to lower their fertility rate, so they wouldn't be a problem. They basically decided that the Krogan were too aggressive and bred too fast, and therefore had to be modified for their own good and the good of the rest of the galaxy. They are, of course, pissed about this.
Yeah.
And so, even if nobody thinks what Saren is doing is a good idea, if Saren has managed to cure the thing, they want the cure. So, at the moment, Rex is not on board with the current mission objectives. And, well, first I'm going to level up. I've got another point I can put into something. Let's put it into operative. You must salvage or sell 22 items before you can take more. Oh, and there's a Geth pulse rifle. Yay! Look at that. Yep, I'm gonna lose all of it, including the pulse rifle. Darn it. Well, that's what I get. That's what I get for. But you see how bad? I mean, it's so easy to get out of control with that stuff. And it's so hard to find the upgrades to get rid of them.
It's almost better if
anyway.
you actually had an application where you could look at all of them at once and pick and choose and say, keep, toss, keep, toss, keep, toss.
Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save before this conversation.
Yeah. Probably a good idea. Rex, stop
This
shooting
isn't
fish.
right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
I understand you're upset, but we both know Saren's the enemy here. He's the one you should be angry with.
Really? Saren created a cure for my people. You want to destroy it. Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
This isn't a cure, it's a weapon, and if Saren is allowed to use it, you won't be around to reap the benefits. None of us will.
That's a chance we should be willing to take. This is the fate of my entire people we're talking about. If you can't give me a better reason than this to destroy the hopes of my people, then I'm done with you.
Do you want to try your hand at making a choice?
Ooh,
Or you
well, let's see. Well, he's pointing a gun at me, so the question is,
Yep.
don't make me choose. What do you want from me? This isn't up for debate.
Well, it's kind of obvious which direction this isn't up for debate goes.
Yeah, kinda. So, I'd go with the first one. Don't make me choose.
Don't make me choose?
Yeah.
I can't let you jeopardize the mission.
So that's it. All this time, and that's all I get from you. How can you not see what this means to the Krogan? This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
Okay, so there's some options I don't have because my charm and intimidate aren't high enough. There's an option to shoot Rex, and there's an option to tell Ashley to shoot Rex. And then there's calm down and we can work this out.
I try with the calm down first.
Rex, please. We can discuss this.
No more talk, Shepard. I've got to do this my way.
I don't think so, friend.
Why the hell did you do that? I was still talking to him.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I couldn't take the risk that he might injure you.
Yeah, I had a feeling
worse.
she was gonna do it.
That's not your call. Never do that again. Understood?
Understood.
Wait, what? Did you just kill him, Chief?
Better
Yeah,
him
go
than
with
the
what the hell.
commander.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, do we want to stick with that? Because actually, that's the first time. That's the first time I've ever played this game that Rex has
Nice.
died.
I killed your favorite character.
We'll put it this way: when we get to the other games, since that isn't how I played it, Rex will be alive.
All right. Well, do you want to try an alternate?
Yeah, I'm gonna go load it up and I'll do it again.
Got him killed. Oh man, that's awesome. You've never killed Rex before. I feel like I've made an accomplishment in Mass Effect history.
I knew, even when I played it the first time, I knew kind of what was coming there, and so I saved before that conversation. And it may be possible that that Rex died once, but I never had to live with it because I always went back and replayed it until you find your way out of the conversation.
Wow. Well, you found your way out. It's just you didn't find your way out with him intact still. So I'm assuming that that's part of the goal.
I understand.
This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
Oh, gee,
Rex.
did I just choose the same thing?
We can discuss
I don't know.
this.
Looks like you did.
No more talk, Shepard. I've got to do this my way.
Yep.
Better.
So which ones did you pick again? It looks like you picked the exact same ones.
Well, I think I got the same result, even though I chose at least one different option. I may have to look this up. I'm wondering if I needed the charm option.
Wow,
I don't have it.
That'd be funny. Okay, saving Rex, take 3. So which ones do you remember doing, or do you not remember?
Oh, you know what? Okay, at this point we actually can't save Rex.
What? Why?
Yeah.
How is that not possible?
Because basically we needed to spend more time talking to him in the ship.
Why is that
Um,
necessary?
You need either charm or intimidate high enough, and we don't have either.
Wow. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. What if we shoot Williams there, and then she's not around to shoot him?
No, we can't do that. And there's another. I guess there's a mission that we should have done.
And he's having way too much fun shooting his fish.
Yeah. See. The problem is that what I did is that I was leveling up charm and intimidate equally, and that doesn't work. I should have gone more
One or the
heavily
other?
into one or the other. If I had either one more in intimidate or several more in charm, then I would be okay. Or if I had talked to him enough on the ship.
Wow, now that's interesting. Charm goes higher than intimidate.
Yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that. Being this is a military combat, space game. I can't imagine charming other space commanders from
I think
not killing you.
I think we're kind of stuck because the only save
This is
I have
Wii crap. You're the
before-
one who's using a controller.
Yeah, but the only save I have before Virmire is Edalus, which was like before we did the last Cerberus side mission.
No! Well, we may have to just continue on with a dead Rex.
I don't know.
Aren't you glad I brought him along?
Well, no, actually, like I said, all the characters from the ship show up in this location, no matter
really?
who you choose
Oh,
to go in
okay.
the vehicle. Yeah, because
Oh,
basically the
that's too
ship is
bad.
here with us, and they won't let us take off. So basically, everybody's here.
I
Liara's
think
over here in
I'm-
this tent.
Yeah. I think I'm getting why people were complaining that none of the choices they make actually affect the outcome.
Well, no, they do, but the choices here that are affecting the outcome is that we didn't go down to the garage and talk to Rex often enough, so we didn't get the side mission. Or if we did get it, we didn't do it.
I just say we don't talk to him.
Like I said,
Let him
we
shoot
can't
fish on the beach.
we can't advance if we don't.
Really?
Yeah.
What about shooting Williams or sending her back to the ship or something? I mean, even you could kill Captain Keyes, I mean,
Yes, but all that does is end the game, end the checkpoint and you start over. So
Right,
you
but
haven't
here-
actually.
here it's supposed to be more complicated and deep. I think you should be able to assassinate any member of your crew for whatever reason at any time, because there are be things that that they don't, and you're saving the galaxy. So what happens if you try to shoot Rex right now? Nothing?
No, nothing. Won't let you pull the trigger.
So no matter what you do in this entire choice tree, he's going to get shot and killed.
Yeah, at this point, because I don't have any of the ways out. There are 3 ways out, and I failed to do any of them because I didn't level up Charm enough, I didn't level up Intimidate enough, and I didn't do the side mission.
Wow, that's funny.
Well, I mean, see again, some people
painted
complain
Rex
that,
into a death
I don't have freedom. I want my thing. But I would say, no, they're just making you eat your own dog food. This is a result of what you did up to now.
We can't destroy it.
And now you chose don't make me choose. And I chose what do you want from me? But though the results for those are the same.
I don't have
All you
time
need
for
to know
this.
is that I'm giving you an order to fall in line.
So that's it. All this time, and that's all I get.
And his response is the same to all 3.
Do not see what this means to the Krogan. This base can't be destroyed. I won't allow it.
This isn't up for debate.
Yeah, see, and again, the options that would work are the Charm and Intimidate ones, and they don't. So it's really just a question of whether I shoot Rex myself or whether Ashley does it, because if I don't, calm down and we work this out. As far as I can see, both do the
Rex,
same thing.
Please.
Yep.
We can discuss this.
No more talk, Shepard.
Okay,
Got
what about
to
we
do it
shoot him?
my way.
Can't we just shoot him in the leg? Yeah, what happens if you shoot him as opposed to Ashley?
I don't think so, friend.
Shoot Rex! Come on, do it! No, see, if you work out or calm
Why
down,
the hell
Ashley's
did
gonna
you do
shoot him
that?
anyway, so
I
why
was
don't we
still
shoot him?
talking to him.
It's no different.
I couldn't take the risk that
Really?
it might injure you. Or
Yeah, you
worse.
just shoot him and he dies.
That's not your call.
Yeah, but I wanted to
Never
do it. I
that
didn't want
again.
Ashley to do it.
Understood?
No, I don't want to do it.
Understood.
I'm not.
Wait, what? Did you just kill him, Chief?
Better him than the commander.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think it just affects your Paragon Renegade thing. In other words, like if you try to work it out without shooting Rex, then you get Paragon points for, good karma. If you shoot him yourself, you get negative karma. So you get Renegade points. All right, nope. But look, I'm not having any of that.
Well, so I guess thanks for joining us for the podcast. We'll be kicking some sand over Rex here momentarily and seeing where we can go on from there.
Oh wow, is this not even? Where are we here? Where are we?
We're in uncharted territory, man. Uncharted territory. This is where the probe. This is where that probe that had ammo in it that you said, wait a minute, this probe doesn't. Why should this have ammo? It makes no sense to have ammo in this probe. This was like 12 missions ago,
Yeah.
dude.